Hello everybody, Stegosaurus here, and welcome to this review of Planet X Summanus, also known as Snarl. He is one of the dinobots, and he is pretty cool, and I did pick this guy up at the Big Bad Toy Store, but unfortunately now he is sold out, and he's no longer available there. But we're here to check him out, and very quickly, he does come with a card. Ooh, so there's the front of the card right there. It looks pretty nice, and here are his stats on the back. Ooh, a very cool card. So we'll put that off to the side, and now let's get into Snarl here. And he does have some Autobot symbols on there, which I put on because he didn't come with them for legal reasons. And he looks pretty good. So let's get in on that head right there, and there we go. He's got a pretty nice head here, and he does have light piping, so let's check that out. He's got pretty good blue eyes there. Look at that. Look at those blue eyes. That looks pretty good. And he does have a very face there. Very but it looks pretty good. I really like it. And he's got a lot of good molded in detail on him. Looks really good. Not a whole lot of paint on this guy, which is good. I prefer solid plastic colors, which means there's no chipping or anything going on, which is always a plus for me. Now, it does also come with these little plug fillers that you can fill in to cover the screw holes, which is always appreciative to fill in the screw holes. I very like that a lot. But all in all, he looks pretty good. Nice feet right there. There's the back of him. And he looks pretty good from the back as well, and from the sides as well. And for his articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so he can move it around. It is a little bit hard to move it around with these big plates right there, but not all too bad. His arms can move in and out. He also has this really cool rotating bit there, so his whole arm rotates on this bit right there. He does have a bend at the elbow there, and a very tight joint there, squeaky. He also has waist articulation. Legs can go out and in on a ratchet. The legs can bend. They're on a ratchet. They're also on a double bend. So there's this bend, and they also can bend up there, and the feet can rock side to side and spin 360. And he also has a swivel. So all in all, he's all very well articulated, and his hands can open and close as well. So he is pretty good in that regard. So now let's check out his accessories, because he does come with some. So Snarl first comes with these two really cool looking swords here. They look really nice. Yes, very nice indeed. Look at that. Ooh. And now he also comes with two big machine guns, which also have some nice painted in detail there as well, and very nice. And we can get this guy all fitted up here. And here we have Snarl all armored up here with his two big guns, and the swords can be plugged in on either side with these little holes. But if you want to swap it, I don't think you can plug the guns in, but if you want to try, you can plug it in, and it looks like it works, and then you can change it out and give him the sword in his hand, so you can do that as well. He's got no wrist articulation, but he still looks all that dandy, and that looks pretty good. And here is Snarl with his team of dinobots with Planet X Grimlock, Power of the Prime Swoop, and Power of the Prime's Slash right there. And I think that looks pretty good together. Looks very nice. And here is Snarl also with a more recent figure, we have Transformers Earthrise Optimus Prime. There we go, so you can see how those two compare with a modern Voyager compared to Snarl there. And with all that out of the way, let's get down to his transformation. Though very quickly, I do want to show this. He does have some really nice molded in detail right along here. And caution on the transformation bits here. I don't know if you can tell right here, but it is a little stressed out. And that's due to the fact that this whole section does this during transformation, and this causes a stress line, so we'll see how long that holds up. So with that out of the way, let's get Snarl here all transformed. And here we have Snarl in his Stegosaurus mode, and it looks great. Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. It looks beautiful. It looks just amazing. Also, he's got great light piping in his dino head there. Look at that. That looks so good. Looks so nice. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So, yeah, I don't know if you know this, but I kind of like it. The tail looks great. He's got no articulation, really. He's kind of just his stand there, which is fine. He does have articulation. His head can't really move left or right. He can look down and up a little bit. His mouth can open pretty wide, oh, so he can sing if he wants to. You know, he's got some pretty good teeth in there. They're not too sharp, so they're not going to make you bleed or anything, but they're right there, so that's pretty nice. His arms are pretty articulated up here in the front, so they can move all around. These also are his feet in robot mode, so that's pretty cute. He does have a little bit of movie there. The legs can rotate 360 still, if you want them to, and they do have a little slight bend there, and they can rock, so you can break his leg if you want to. But besides that, that's pretty much it for his articulation. And these little bits don't really tap in, they just sit here, but they don't move. There's enough of a little indent that they kind of plug into, so they hold together pretty nicely. And all in all, it's really good. However, I will have to say that there are some slight issues I do have with this guy. And as I point out over here, the first thing is that stress line, as well as along on the tail. There's another little stress mark right there, as you can see. And on this side, there's also a little bit there. And it's not too bad. I mean, nothing's broken or anything. But it just a little bit would have caution. Be careful with this particular figure. Grimlock, on the other hand, I've had no problems with at all. And I've transformed these, especially him, I've transformed him quite a bit. And so far, the stress marks haven't gone any worse. So, but just a little extra caution in case, you're interested in trying to get this guy. Right? Alright. And, yeah, it's pretty good. So now let's get into comparisons. With his T-Aim all together in their awesome dino modes. And they all look really good, and I do like it quite a bit. So there you go. And one last comparison here is Planet X Snarl next to some Cyberverse Sharkticons. So you can see how they all work together, and I think they look pretty good. What did you think? Yeah, I think they look pretty good too. And this has been a look at Planet X Summanus, or as I just like to call him, Snarl. And I think the set, the whole thing here looks pretty good, and I recommend it if you can find him. Again, he is not available any longer on Bit Bad Toy Store. I had to wait quite a bit for him to pop up again on Bit Bad Toy Store to get him. But again, really awesome, really cool Stegosaurus, and highly recommend it if you like the Fall Cybertron Dinobots. And with that out of the way, I thank you all for checking out the video, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, have a great day, and goodbye, everybody.